Hello, welcome to Good Home Training, where we have sharp takes and soft landings on blackness, pop culture mess, and the state of everything. I'm Ashley.
And I am Brittany.
Let's check in. How you doing, Brittany?
I am doing great. I'm doing well. It's finally like fall in the city, so we love that. We're slowly getting our house together. So I've been getting my house together for 5 years. We lived here, we lived in this apartment for like 4.5 years. And I feel like it's finally becoming the home that I want it to be. And so I love that. My Christmas tree is not up, which is actually terrible news, but maybe by the end of today that will change. We'll see.
Okay.
Yes, it is November 16th, and we put out. This is late. I think I talked about this in the last.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
This is late for me. It's just we've been busy and been kikiing with the girls, so I'm home today, and hopefully a Christmas tree can go up, or at least some art. Something needs to be up in the wall, something by the end of the day. So that's what we'll do.
I love that for you. I love that.
I love it for me too. Yes. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to see your Christmas stuff come together because I know how much you put into it, and I know in the last episode you talked about having all of your Black Santas, and I just need to see all of it. Like, you've inspired me to order a Black Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
And then I also ordered a white Mr. Claus because I was like, it's fine. I feel like there's representation in our house.
Yeah, you can do it. A Black Mrs. Claus and a white. Wait a minute. That's accurate. Wait. It's accurate. This is what our family looks like.
Exactly. That's so real. So I guess I don't have to have, I guess they could be in a throuple.
You know what?
Christmas
okay,
couple.
It's 2025.
It's 2025.
It's fine.
There's a Hallmark movie about that, I'm sure. So
I was like, is there? Wow, I'm gonna turn that one on. Add that one to the list.
Maybe we could write it. I feel like I would.
Call us, actually. Yeah, I could write that.
You could totally write that. A smut novel about a throuple at the North Pole. I'm into it.
I love it. And then my freaky ass was like, okay, is an elf involved also, maybe?
I think so.
Okay.
They got to pack them boxes, if you know what we mean. Like, she's on the naughty list.
Coming soon.
Exactly. I'm on my bullshit.
2028.
So early on this episode. Oh my goodness. I guess you asked how I'm doing. I'm writing some high vibes because I got summoned for jury duty.
Is that a high vibe?
I'm so excited.
That a happy thing? That is... You're excited?
I'm so excited. I don't know why.
This is Janine coded. Janine would also be excited about jury duty.
I know this about myself. I do. I'm just so excited. Like, I've always felt like, oh my God, if I get to go to jury duty, I'm going to be like the Black Elle Woods. Like, I'm just going to be up in there. Like, I object. Yes. And be like, woman, ma'am, you're supposed to be quiet. Like,
that's not your role.
I can't wait. I have a pantsuit picked out. Like, I want to go do my civic duty. Like, I'm so jazzed.
If they know you, like, they're gonna keep picking you. They're like, because they need people that because most people get jury duty and they're like, fuck.
I know.
Like, David also loves getting jury duty. Like, it's not for me.
Have you had to do
No, I've only once in India have I gotten summoned, and whatever I have to say, like, I'm going to say, get out of it. A cab, I don't know what I have to, I don't know anything, sir. Or actually, I participate heavily in crime. Whatever I got to say. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. Although I am curious now, like they're supposed to pay, right? If I'm self-employed, does someone else have to pay me? Like, I'm just curious how that works.
I think so, right? Yeah, like you do just get paid for it. I don't know. I just feel like I get it. Because I think a lot of people do love to get out of it, but I just feel like, well, if I can go and like give my, I like a true crime doc. I love like kind of like bad novels, like The Girl on the Train, The Woman in the Window, The Lady Who Looked, The Lady Who Screamed. Like, I love that stuff. So I'm like, give me, some pinstripes, and what do I have to say to stay on the jury?
To stay on. I love the drama.
Right.
Please keep me.
Gosh, like I actually have one law dictionary, Your Honor. Like, I think I can be here. Keep me here.
I considered law school for 5 minutes.
Right. So like, oh my gosh.
Very qualified over here.
I was really, really inspired by Scandal, and I know a lot from watching Shonda Rhimes and things. Like, I'm qualified.
Okay. Annalise Keating as well. Okay. Maybe not what to do, but the point is
Exactly. Well-versed.
I love this for you. I love this that you're excited. I'm when you can legally talk about it, I'll be curious to know like what the case was. I don't know the terminology, but yeah.
Yeah, like, it could be something riveting, you know, like, what if I help with a murder? Or, like, what if I help with, like
That would be
be
insane.
insane. That would be so great.
Okay, now that'd be kind of fun because I also love like mess and drama. So I'm like,
Exactly.
okay. And I love like not my mess, other people's mess. So being
Mhm.
able to sit front and center. And then
Front
if you
and
get a little
center.
feisty lawyer,
Oh, can you
okay.
imagine being in the back in the deliberation room and, like, "No, I think that he totally stole her ring because, well, like, oh my gosh. Oh
The
my gosh."
drama. The
Imagine
drama.
the jury that gets to sit in when the people who robbed the Louvre go on trial, that's gonna be
Oh my God.
it's so cunty.
That is gonna be cunty. This is gonna be and honestly, Your Honor, let him go.
Honestly.
Because if they could shimmy up a whatever ladder in 7 minutes at the Louvre,
The Louvre. At the Louvre.
then babes, that's just what needed to. And also, do y'all even own them jewels? Don't even get me started on that.
Look,
Like, whose jewels are they?
look. I'm just
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
It's crazy though. This is a huge sidebar because I went to the Louvre this spring for
Mm.
the first time, and I remember being in that room of jewels and being like, "This is raggedy." Like the windows were raggedy.
Oh,
I'm like, "This
no.
is." I wasn't thinking like, "Oh, someone could steal," but I was thinking like, what I would my dark mind was like, someone could really like jump and die. Like,
Oh,
like if
god.
they like hated their
Oh,
lives.
god.
That shows you where my maybe mental state is at. So
Oh,
like,
god. Do we need to
I'm in
talk?
therapy. I'm medicated. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine.
Heavens.
But I was thinking, like, this is really easy for someone. Y'all can have a murder on your hands. Now you have a theft, but
You
same
know,
difference.
look, and honestly, if that something like that happened to you, like, I would be honored to be on the jury for you, you know, and be like, "Your Honor,
She's
she did not
innocent.
do it. She did not do
Yes, I
it.
didn't do it.
She was
These jewels
medicated."
weren't them. Yeah, she was mad, and these jewels weren't theirs anyway. Maybe I was
Exactly.
just trying to return them to the rightful owner,
Exactly.
ancestor, whatever. Yeah, not
Exactly.
ancestor,
Descendants? Descendants.
descendant.
Look at us
Yes,
go. We got there.
I'm a
We
writer.
got that. You are a writer. And that's your alibi. I'm gonna be like, Your Honor, she absolutely could not have had time to steal. She was writing a 3-part series about Santa and Mrs.
And
Claus,
his throuple.
and what happens at the North Pole with all the poles. So how could she have stolen it? How could she have stolen it? So,
Fuck it.
that's she was writing a grown folks business about the milk and cookies. Who are we to say that she was stealing? So anyway.
And she was there. I don't know shit.
Exactly. Gosh, getting into some grown folks business. Let's talk about what's been going on. People are kind of isolating at this time of year. Sometimes we have the tendency to isolate. There's so much on our calendars, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything,
Mhm.
and I feel like the holidays of yesteryear used to be all about we're coming together, getting everybody in the same room, like you're doing all these
Yeah.
events, and things maybe have changed a little bit. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yes. Yes. So what I don't want to talk about is I'm going to talk about what I don't want to talk about first. Is like I think there's a loneliness epidemic in general. I know there's a lot of talk about the male loneliness epidemic. Y'all don't want to hear my thoughts on that. So I'm not going to go there today. But in general, when it comes to holidays, I'm like, we've lost the recipes, perhaps the literal recipes of like auntie's yams or whatever, but also the recipes of like, I used to have like huge Christmases and Thanksgivings in my family. And like, people get older, people have kids, I get it, but like I love the holidays. Like
Mhm.
Buddy the Elf in the movie Elf, Will Ferrell's
Oh
character,
yeah.
that is like me for 2 months, which is I'm more of like a Wednesday Adams the other nine months of the year. So like, yeah, I love this time of year, but it is drastically different because I feel
Mhm.
like we've lost the communal recipes of our ancestors, but also even like the older folks, the older generations that are still maybe around but older. And it's sad to see.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of pressure to feel like, okay, let me do something about it.
Mhm.
Like it's a lot of work,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I know you mentioned in the last episode how you've chosen to host Thanksgiving and what it feels like to have that honor, but also to have that
Mhm.
workload. So, you know,
Yeah, I
maybe
totally understand.
it's a lot, right? It's a lot, but there's also I don't know if you feel there's not a sense of obligation, but almost an expectation that we're picking up the pieces and we're kind of carrying on those traditions in a way that I wonder if our parents felt the same way or if it was just like everyone was just around each other a lot more, so naturally it just kind of continued on versus now it does seem
Mhm.
like it takes a little bit more effort to even get people in the same room, you know? I don't what do you think?
Yeah. I would agree with that. And I to the point of like, did our parents like feel like they just had to? I would assume yes.
Mm,
But I think our parents, like their generation was like, well, this is just kind of what we have to do. Like for example, like, even my parents did not want kids.
mm.
Maybe they got three of them, which is insane behavior. I'm like, you wanted none, you got three.
Wow.
You really played the jackpot completely wrong. Or you played the lottery completely wrong. Like, babes,
And y'all aren't even
that's
triplets, so, like, that wasn't
no.
like, they did that, yeah.
Intentional and, like, years apart. So,
Yeah.
like well, some could argue that the years apart, it wasn't intentional, but, like,
Huh.
it's just but, like, I think about that, I'm like, "Okay, eventually y'all gave in and had kids because what everyone around you was kind of the
Mhm,
expectation of you all." Is that also how they chose to, like, do family events too? Like, "Oh, it's the expectation." Whereas our generation, I mean, I think we get a lot of flack for being called selfish,
mhm,
but I think we are, but I don't think to a fault, you know? Like, I
mhm,
think for a lot of good reasons. I think we set stronger boundaries, and that feels negative to some people,
mhm.
even though it's self preservation for many of us setting those boundaries.
Yeah,
But I also think we have taken a POV of like, I don't have to do this if I don't like it.
yeah.
Or if it doesn't, the negatives are greater than the positives. And so I feel like we are leaning on that a lot. Like, yeah, we're hosting Thanksgiving this year, but the last 5 years I've spent Thanksgiving like by myself or like me and David.
Mhm,
So this is like a first time in a long, it's a homecoming of sorts almost
mhm,
because I haven't spent, I think that's true for Christmas too. Maybe Christmas has been 4 years, but I like being on my own. And I also like, now I'm going off on a tangent, but I also think sometimes it can be, especially the holidays, you think that it's supposed to be this magical time because it's, or everyone's gonna be on their best behavior
mhm.
because it's the holidays. And the reality is, shout out to my therapist for this, like people are who they are 24/7, 365. And it's saying Thanksgiving on the calendar
Yeah,
and there being a turkey on the table is literally not going to change that. And so if there are relationships that you don't really want to be around, if there are vibes that are not for you at this season of your life, then yeah, Thanksgiving is not going to change that. And so I think you have to honor that.
mhm,
And I just wonder if our generation is doing more of that honoring and it's coming off as selfishness or not caring or like fuck community or
mhm.
whatever.
When you said that it's what it says on the calendar is not what it's saying in reality, like, that's such a ooh, that hit. That's a bar because it's true, you know, and I think now it's not only that we have the choice and the maybe audacity to have boundaries in ways that our parents' generation may not have, but I think it's also that we have all of that, and then we also have the clarity of being adults ourselves, and you
Hmm.
just see like if you did me wrong in the summer and we didn't clear it up, like you don't just get to come over to my house to enjoy the meal that I spent 6 hours making. You know what I
Absolutely
mean?
not.
Like
Yeah.
or you don't just get to I think that it's not solely about our generation being selfish, 'cause I mean, in some ways, like, yes, we kind of are, but like you said, it's not necessarily in a really malicious way. I think some of that too is us wanting to cultivate community in a different way, right? Like,
Yes.
if we wanna get into some of the good home training of it, I remember having cousins and random people just coming up into the house, and I remember there was one year and it was great, it was always amazing to have that magic
Hmm.
of family and everyone around. I definitely
Hmm.
remember there was one year that I looked over at my mom, she was so stressed and so tired, and there were
Yes.
all these kids running around, and I must have been, like, a little bit older to where it stuck out to me, like, I noticed it, and it was just like, no one's helping her clean. Like, no one's helping my dad move stuff in and out of the garage. People are just
Yeah.
kicking it, you
Kicking
know,
it.
and that's what you want on one hand, but then I think about, like, if I'm inviting people over, I want you to help me out. I want you to at least, like, talk to
Yes.
me. Don't just expect me to serve you, like, I
Right.
don't know, but then is that us being, like, new school in a way that cuts off our community? I don't
I do think it is a little bit new school of like, I think to be a host is to have everything beautifully set up and ready. And I don't even mean like aesthetically speaking, just like, yeah, you're handling the food, you're handling, can I fill up your drink? But it also, I feel like, because I also remember like even like birthdays, Thanksgiving, anything, my mom would like be in the kitchen cleaning when like we're all kikiing in the living room. Or there would almost be like this anger, it seemed, after what was a really great event. And what I can clock now as an adult is like, oh, because you didn't really get to enjoy it. You were like working it. you know?
Yes.
And so, and even for us, that for our Thanksgiving, like that's why we are catering a good portion of it because it's like, y'all are gonna be in my house. I want to experience that
Mhm.
for the first time. I want to be as in the moment as I can.
Yeah.
And I think some people from other generations would kind of frown upon that. It's like, well, you're hosting. You don't get to be in this piece of it. But I think our generation is like, well, no, we can be more mutual aid-ish about it.
Mhm.
Like it can be more of a potluck or like what do I try to every time I'm coming, especially if I'm early, like right on time. I'm like, what do you need? What else? If
Yeah.
food's not out, like what can I do? Because yeah, you did all of this preparation
Mhm.
for me. It does not kill me to like find some forks or hang a balloon something. Like
Yeah.
that's I don't even know if that's good home training and how I was raised. I just think that's my philosophy at this point. I think
Mhm.
I've just got because I'm so often not the host in my like friend and even family groups that the least I can do is help.
And you're amazing at that, I will say.
Oh, thank
You are
you.
amazing at that. Like, you normally, I don't like when people show up too early because, I'd be frantic, but
Yes, I do.
y
I do hate that
I
too.
hate it, but then you'll show up and I'm like, "Oh my god, good. Okay, Brittany's here. We can, like, talk and kiki, and you will put together a
Yes,
balloon arch like it's nobody's
yes.
business."
I
Like,
don't care.
you're so good at it. So I really I see that in you and in our friendship, and I think that's something that you've been able to carry on, and I really appreciate that,
Love that. Thank you.
because you of course, thank you, because you said before, like, everyone wants a village, but nobody wants to be a villager, you
Yes,
know?
I keep seeing this sentiment and I fear it's true.
Say more.
Like and actually I think I was telling another friend this yesterday. I was like, I think this year's been my best year ever for my friendships.
Mm.
Like I can be a little bit of like, do they hate me? Like about most people in my life. And it's just like those fears and thoughts one haven't crept up a lot this year,
Mhm.
but also I just feel like and call it maybe like being married and perhaps my romantic relationship taking a backseat. I think that's fair to admit. In a way that's allowed me to focus on my friendships really intentionally this year. I've been outside more. I said yes to a lot of things that not even scared me. I don't know why I would have said no 2 years ago. Like I have no idea. Like I don't different meds. I literally have no idea. This is also a PSA for going ahead and getting on medicine. Like
Yes,
psychiatry is
it's
great, medicine is
beautiful.
great, like science is real. Like do the things because it gets better. It's so cheesy, but it's I'm living proof. Like
Mhm.
but I do feel like everyone wants a village, but no one wants to be a villager because you think of like, I want the birthday invite. I want I want to go on the vacation, the bachelorette party, like things
Mhm,
like that. I want
mhm.
to go to the wedding. I want to be nosy. I want to be at these fun highlight moments. But like, what about when like homegirl breaks her leg or
Yeah.
whatever? Or like someone's in the hospital or someone's family is sick or, I don't just
Mhm.
literally anything. Like we're trying to buy a house, we're trying to have a baby. Like, let me
Yeah.
just vent. Like, I think it's really easy to show for all of us. It's really easy to show up in the high moments and to want to be a part of those Instagrammable moments.
Mhm.
I think when it comes to the not so shiny parts, we can be guilty of like, well, someone else will get it.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of
Yeah.
friends. Like someone that or their moms that lives in town or whatever. Like we make a ton of assumptions and or excuses.
Mhm.
And I don't think that's especially in our current political climate. I don't think it's not serving us. Not
It's
even I
not.
think it's not serving us. It's not serving us. Like people are lonely and shut in. People just are now getting food again.
Yeah.
Some people are just now getting paychecks again after 40 something days. Like it
Child.
takes yeah, it really does take all of us and it takes being inconvenienced sometimes because you're going to
Mhm.
need it too. Like
Mhm.
if nothing else, like, oh, I don't really want to do this. Okay, well, one day you might need them to do something that they don't really want to do.
Exactly.
But you all have made this social contract of we're in it together. And so it means showing up maybe when I kind of don't want to, or
Mhm.
when I'm a little tired, or it's a long way from my neighborhood, so I don't want to go. Like, no, bitch, get
Go.
up,
Yeah.
go. And have discernment because I think there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Like you can't call for me, I can't call someone my sister and then I'm not even
Like, show it.
showing up like one.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. That's such a good point. Like, I think that sometimes it's so easy for people to be like, "Well, I would do it differently," or they like you said, they've got it, or they have access to the same things that I have access to. So, like, why would I, for example, like, why would I go pick them up from the airport? They can call an Uber. Or why
Yes.
would I, like, go cook them something when they can Uber Eats it? Like, we all have access to the same tools that make things quote unquote more convenient for us, but then what happens if, like you said, something happens, something big actually happens, and your friend's not comfortable coming to you because you weren't there for the little minor things? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like, I don't know, like sure, somebody can Uber Eats a meal, but if your friend just had a baby, maybe making them a dish shows that you're gonna be there if their kid actually gets really sick and then they need to go to the hospital.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like it's investing in the social and emotional like relationship because it might not always come back to us right away. And sometimes people aren't always in their best state of mind. They're not always their best selves. So they might not be able to reciprocate it exactly the same way when we expect them to. But down the line, you put enough into that friendship, that relationship, you see it grow and cultivate into something
100%.
that you can lean on, right? Like, and it's important to show up. Like you said, it's just important to show up in whatever way that is, whether it's answering a text or coming to someone's birthday party or someone's hot ones party, because it's really important for you to like
Yeah.
meet their other friends. Like, it's showing up and being there, you know?
Yeah, and even, like, going to the things that, like, make you a little uncomfortable, like,
Mhm,
I think about that too, like, I
mhm.
think a lot of my social life this year has maybe been like, "Oh, I maybe wouldn't normally go to that, but, like, let me try, like, let me see, let me be adventurous, sure," and it's like, even if the thing isn't for me, the people are for
Yeah.
me, and so it ends up being a good time, like
Even if the thing isn't for me, the people are for me. Oh, that's
Yes,
I wish I had an
love that.
organ. We need like an organ. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Hey!
Glory!
Yes. I feel that. I feel it. Can I do a shout out real fast?
Oh,
Because
yes, of course.
this reminds me of the Halloween party that we had recently, which everyone showed up and was so amazing.
Incredible. Everyone was in
So
costume.
good. I was so proud
It
of
was so
everybody.
great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you all so much for showing up. And shout out to my
Yes.
guy Zach because he was like, he's not really like a costume guy, but he showed up
He
and
really put up a
showed the
costume.
F up in one of my favorite
Yes.
costumes of the night. Like, he was
Oh my
Quail Man
gosh.
from Doug, and I thought it was, like, instantly recognizable. It was so good. The queue was stitched on. I don't know if he did it. Let me find out he can
Come
do some hand
on,
sewing.
Zach.
I was just and it meant so much because I know that he's not, like, a big costume guy, but he still will
Yeah.
come to all of our events and, like, show up and be there, and, I don't know, it just means a lot. So, Zach, shout out to you. We love you.
Yes.
Um,
Yay, Zach.
Quail
And he's
Man.
also is busy cultivating a, like, community with trivia, like,
Yes.
that work, I think we forget about that. I don't because I tend to be the doer in
Mhm.
every group, not even because the self-appointed doer, it's not shots at anybody, I just like control. Um, but we're working on it. But, like, yeah, the time like, a lot of people love trivia, a lot of people love,
Mhm.
like, a let's get the gang together, but Zach is one who, like, every week, I'm gonna
Every
find a
week.
trivia spot, I'm gonna tell you the time, I'm gonna put us on the list, I'm gonna make sure you have
Mhm.
all the info you need, like,
Mhm.
that is emotional labor
Mhm.
that many people will not do for
Mhm.
people that they like and love, let alone fucking strangers, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like, or people that you have barely, established connections with, and so
Mhm.
that type of work is important too. I think that is also being a villager,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm. The kin
hard
keeping.
times,
I'm
yes.
sorry, I cut you off.
The
Hard
kin
times.
No, it's fine. The kin keeping, like the showing up regularly, the planning something so that we can all do it. Yeah, it would be cool, but then picking up the charge, so to
Mhm.
speak, to make sure it happens. Like that is a lot of work.
Yeah, and even making sure that, like, you're trying to do your best to cultivate a group that has compatibility. Because I
Mhm.
saw in our notes, like, yeah, friendship compatibility is a thing. Like, some people you can be friends with, and you can only be friends with when you're with them, and then other people you can't, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Like, you can't really bring them into other groups because they might not do some of the work that we're talking about of, like,
Yes.
getting outside themselves and trying something a little bit different. So, yeah, I
Mhm.
I just really appreciate all the kin keeping people, the kin keepers in my life, and doing that work myself too to like properly execute and show up. And I think we all can do a better job of trying to do it, especially around the holidays. Like, you don't know which one of your
Yeah.
friends is spending a holiday on their own, and they might not want to be.
It might be like scared to really say it. So it's
Mhm.
just like making yourself available, checking in,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
inviting if need be. Like, what's one more plate, you know?
Yeah, exactly. What's one more plate, you know? You know your auntie ain't gonna eat all of that, all those
Right.
greens. You know that. You know
Okay.
that.
Who know?
You know.
Grandma gonna look at the greens and turn her nose up, so it's fine.
Right.
Like
Right.
someone else will eat them.
Exactly.
Like
It's fine. That banana pudding doesn't have to sit there and go old. Just let somebody else have it. Let
what
someone
else
else have it, you know? Even your neighbors too, because I know we wanted to mention like how the community has shown up for each other in the last couple of weeks, especially in Chicago. though, right? Like, I've
Mhm.
seen so many different initiatives of people trying to make sure their neighbors have food, make sure random people they don't know have access to food and resources. With the whole SNAP benefits being interrupted, like it's really amazing to see people show up and kind of shine in that way and show that they actually love each other.
Yeah, yeah. I do feel like I've seen Chicago come together in the last few months, I really suppose at this point, in a way that I'm not from here, so like a lot it's cool to hear people who are from here reflect like, oh, this is who we are. Cause even so I live in a neighborhood that probably I would say isn't as affected by ICE like raids and the abuse of power that's happening,
Mhm,
but there are a lot of nannies and housekeepers and things like that I'm not gonna say are undocumented. I have no idea, but are certainly like women of color,
mhm,
people of color, Hispanic women.
mhm,
So my neighborhood has been really great at like, okay, we know that they're doing their walk at whatever time. Like, we're just gonna a buddy system. We're gonna walk with them, or we're gonna walk them to their cars after they're done with before and after our cleaning appointment or whatever. And those seem like so small. I would say, especially for the predominantly white neighborhood that I live in, but I also know these people haven't thought outside themselves before now, and so I think to get up and to acknowledge it and then get up and do something about it instead of being like, well, it mostly doesn't affect me, so I'm just going to mind my business, I think is it's been great to see. It's been great to see, and it's also challenged my assumptions about this neighborhood and some of the people in it. So it's been nice. It's been nice to see how the community has come together. It has not been nice for the reason that the community is coming together.
I feel you. Yep. Yep. I get you. I get you. I get you. Oh my gosh. Should we? I love this conversation. Thank you so much for this
Yes.
conversation. This one feels really
So
good.
be a friend, y'all.
Yeah. Be a friend. Show up.
Be a friend.
Isn't
Mhm.
there like I don't know why I almost started singing the Reading Rainbow theme song.
I was gonna say Golden Girls,
Yeah.
like thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes, it's the only version we recognize.
Ooh, oh my
I
gosh.
didn't because they've been doing anniversary specials all year, and I'm like, "Where's the black man?" I'm sorry, black man, I don't know your name, but I need where. Why isn't he in any of them? They didn't call him at
At
all.
all. He did do one. I saw one video from like forever ago, and it looked like they were at some like church event, and it was the woman who actually sings the whole song, and she brought him
Mhm.
out.
Oh, I have seen this video
Yeah,
as well.
and we
Yes.
need to know his name. Like that's
Yes,
a legend.
I'll look into that. He's a legend, and now
Well,
that's the only version of that song I
yeah,
recognize.
absolutely. It's my favorite. Whoa, he can sing too. I can't hit
He said,
that note.
That's my part right here."
Yes,
Yes.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Should we get into some non-ad advertisements?
Yes, absolutely.
This is my part right here. This podcast is brought to you by our own wallets. But if any of these brands are listening and want to sponsor us, you can reach out to goodhometrainingpod@gmail.com for the hookup.
Yes, yes. I feel like the theme of this episode is kind of like community friendships. And so therefore, so are all of these ads in a way. So the first one's a little shameless plug. For those of you that don't know, I've talked about being a writer on here. I'm a writer. I'm a journalist. I'm a lot of things. But writing is my first love and eventually what I want to get paid for, kind of 100% of the time or 90, whatever. And so to that end, after a long time of like shopping essays around to whomever and mostly getting no's, I decided to start my own newsletter earlier this year. It's called Your Coworkers Aren't Your Friends. And it is basically like one part advice column, one part like cultural commentary. Yeah. So like advice column, cultural commentary, and a little bit of like personal essays like, hey, here's the really stupid thing I did. Maybe you don't, maybe you do it differently. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me tell you what I didn't do so you can do better. So yeah, it started this year. It's slow. I have what I will say is I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of half-written essays, a lot of half-written things. And we're just working to get it together better. But it's on Substack. It's a newsletter. It can go straight to your inbox if you sign up for it. Yeah, I would love that support. I'd appreciate it. Of course.
It's so
Obviously, tell
good.
your friends.
It's so good. It's such a
Yeah.
good read. And I love the branding and I love the aesthetics of it. You
Thank
know, we
you.
love
Yes.
and we are aesthetic girlies. So
Shout out to Adriana Lacey, Black-owned agency in Boston, did all my branding. She's also doing my consulting firm's branding, so she's great. She's been a joy to work
yes.
with. Maybe she'll be a legitimate plug, a non-ad in the future, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, check it out. Your coworkers aren't your friends on Substack.
Hell yes. And then we are friends in real life. And there's another friend of ours in real life who owns a really amazing bookstore. Would you like to talk about that one too?
Yes. So Amani Wentz, hi Mani, um, owns Noir Bookshop and Print Co. based out of St. Louis. Black woman owned and operated. Noir is a community hub that amplifies Black voices through education, storytelling, and cultural engagement. Listen, Mani is like a jack of all trades and also a master of all of them. In my humble opinion, she's a phenomenal writer. She's a speaker. She's a literacy advocate, the book lady, a dog mama. Shout out to Riesling. She's one of my. She is a sister, like whether she likes it or not, for life. It's just been amazing to see. In the short time that we have, it's like I could talk for days about what she does. She literally, when we're recording this, she just hosted a zine make. I think her second or third zine making class in St. Louis, sold out. More coming soon. I'm gonna go ahead and prophesize for her. More coming soon, potentially on the road, maybe in Chicago.
Yes.
She's a published author about books on how to make a zine and how to just, especially in this time where journalism is a shell of itself and people maybe don't trust the news, don't trust mainstream media, having someone like Mani encouraging people to tell their stories in different ways, in non-digital ways even, I think. That's another way of kin keeping. So she's a great kin keeper for the St. Louis community, for Black history, especially in the Midwest. So yeah, support Noir Bookshop, Print Co., all the things.
100%. 100%. We need so many more people like her. Didn't she have a book vending machine at one point?
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God,
So
yes. How
cool.
did I forget? Like, she has a Books Are Good project. So she's based in St. Louis. A lot of this is in St. Louis. You can support her on bookshop.org though and get books sent anywhere. Another great thing that she did, if you buy books on bookshop.org, I want to say through the end of the month, 100% of the proceeds are going to families without food, to families in need, those affected by the shutdowns. You want to talk about doing the work and keeping the community? Mani is really keeping her St. Louis community and Black community uplifted. But yeah, she also has a vending machine project with, I want to say, the Boys and Girls Club of St. Louis. So you can buy books, buy children's books, chapter books, whatever. You would pay for them, obviously, and then the books are free to the kids in St. Louis. And I think right now she has maybe one vending machine and another one coming soon in St. Louis. And so the kids get a coin and they can get whatever book they want. It's free to them. They get to keep it. Books are expensive. And I know we get really excited about like, oh, let's just buy them off of Amazon and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying don't do that, but I think the opportunity to offer free books that aren't just like textbooks to kids so that they can learn about science or astrology or cooking or whatever their interest is amazing. So I want to say that launched about a year ago and is still going strong.
God.
So she, like I said, if you are in St. Louis and listening to this and you don't know about Mani Wentz and Noir, tap in because you're late.
You're so
You're
late.
not too late, but you're late.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So,
Do you know what
yeah.
I would love to be able to patronize a book vending machine. Like, oh my God, I cannot wait.
I'll send you the link, girl.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we brought a bunch, and it was like fun to like. I love looking at children's books.
Yeah.
And for a little while, I like collected them because I'm like, oh, mom, eventually. But I think that became a little toxic, so we had to stop doing that. That's a different episode. But this vending machine is a fun way for me to be like, I love this book. I want somebody to have it. The kids can have it in St. Louis.
Oh my God.
So
I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll make sure to share that link if you guys want to do. I know people are doing different things for Christmas. This would be a great thing, or the holidays. I'm not going to assume I don't want to assume everyone celebrates Christmas, but so we'll make sure we put that in the show notes. So if you guys are looking to support,
cannot wait. And oh my gosh, I cannot wait until like Santa's Secret comes out, like your 3-part series, and then she can like put it in her bookshop. Oh my God.
Bitch, I'm gonna write that down. Santa's Secret.
Santa's
Wait a minute, girl. Smut coming soon.
Yes.
Listen, I'm a reader of smut, so I might as well be a writer too.
Oh my, exactly. You might as well gather you some peppermint schnapps and tuck in.
You feel
I don't
me?
need this
Espresso
book.
martinis.
Oh my God, yes. Oh goodness.
Eggnog.
Actually, I hate eggnog. I'm so sorry. I'm so immature.
This is crazy. I love eggnog.
Do you really?
Even without alcohol, that's what's crazy about. Even without alcohol, so I really have a problem. It's so good.
I didn't know this about you.
Yeah, I love it. Eggnog, anything. Sign me me the
Oh
fuck
my god,
up.
maybe we should end the
Yeah.
episode. I don't know if I can do this.
We should be done. Actually,
I'm
fuck
sorry.
Community.
Ooh,
It's over.
yeah, never mind. Forget everything we just said at the top. Oh my gosh. First of all, shout out to the Ashleys of the world, but only the cool
Yeah.
ones, because there's a really cool one here that we want to talk about. As a fellow Ashley, it's been really cool to like see you interact with all of our stuff. So thank you for doing that. I can't wait to meet you in real life and be friends.
Yes. Ashley, come to Chicago.
Yes, tell us more about her.
Yeah, so again, going with the theme, we're going to talk about all of our friends. So, my friend Ashley, not to be confused with Ashley, my great co host, has a bi weekly newsletter called Her Take Works. It's by Ashley Trawick and it spotlights the work and voices of Black women and women of color in media. Ashley and Monty, actually both, for years have been being like, Brittany, write a newsletter. Brittany, start a newsletter. And I was like, well, I have a Bachelor newsletter. If you're into Bachelor Nation, I also recap that if you're into that. But like,
Love it.
Usually most people, not most people's target audience. Like the target audiences don't overlap that much on this podcast, but they were both like start a podcast. They said that too, child, but like start a podcast. So I'm listening. I listened, guys. This is the year of listening. But they were instrumental in me starting my newsletter to begin with, which is probably why I also am like, okay, if I'm going to plug my newsletter, I want to plug their stuff too. But Ashley is in the media space. Her Take Works is also one part production company, one part newsletter. So she's covering a lot of the content and stories and movies and TV shows that don't really get covered in the varieties of the world, the Hollywood Reporter, and also some big things too. So a lot of time, I don't have this issue right now, but when I'm like, nothing's on TV, I have nothing to watch, I'd definitely be opening her newsletter like, what is she recommending? What movie should I check out? It's always great to read a Black woman's perspective of things as well. You know, she's tapped into that industry in a way that I'm not. So just another great newsletter to support and very like skimmable. While I would say that my newsletter is like for readers, you're gonna have to want to read if you want to subscribe to that. I feel like some people don't know that, so I just go ahead and say that up top. It's for readers. Her Take Works also for you still need to know how to read, obviously. Call back to our last episode.
You know.
But it's much more like skimmable and like, okay, what's on TV? What is sis recommending this week? So yeah, go check that out. Her Take Work. Again, we'll link to it so you can subscribe. And I think you will enjoy. I think even if you're not a Black girl or a woman of color, and you're just looking to diversify what you're watching, which I think would be a good idea. Perhaps it's a great place to start. Like, by Black women for Black women.
Yes. Reading Black words. Yes, I love it.
Please,
I'm in a
support
mood.
us. DEI is not dead.
Yes.
Police.
We just talked about the literacy rate is declining. Everyone read. Go read some more words. Oh my
Go
God.
read a Black woman while you're at it. Like,
butterfly in the sky. Black women trying
did you
to
see
rise.
it's coming back?
I did.
With that librarian, I forget his name.
Oh, it's
but
Michael. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't remember his last name. But yeah, he's going to be the host. It's so cool. And they have a Black woman who's singing she re-recorded the theme song, which is so cool. Gosh. I love that.
Listen, I might not be the target market, but I will be sad.
Right. I'm going to be watching.
What we reading today, Michael?
I'm a former library kid. I'm going to be all up in that. Yes.
Stayed in the library. Okay. Shout out to Belinda for making sure I went to the library, honestly. Thank you, Mom.
Hey, Rachel. Hey, Mom. Hey, thanks again.
My child's not going to be an idiot. My child will read. And baby, I read so much. I read so much.
Look, my child will be in the 92% and in the 26% who can actually read. I don't know. I wanted to do a quick shout out. So if you are watching this on video, which stop watching it on video because we don't want to keep doing video, but here we are. If you stop, like actually
stop supporting us in this way.
Right. Just like, follow, subscribe, but don't watch it. No more eyes. But if you see any of our promo or anything else, then you will notice I have some new hair.
Inches, baby.
She's draping.
Inches.
Oh my God. I got some new soft locks. I'm so excited about them. From Chicagoland Braids and Twists. Her name is Tanisha. Also STS Beauty. I will make sure to link her profile. She was so great. Wonderful vibe. Had waters prepared for me. Very clean little studio space. Had the TV set up. I could choose what we watched. And most importantly, so I have a sensitive scalp and she has such a light hand. And these are like so light. Like I don't feel like there's any tension. Like there's no pulling. She was educating me as she was doing stuff. Like, okay, when you like do clean, like you want to clean it this way. Like when it was great. She showed me how to swoop my edges, a little swoop-a-doop, but like my edges ain't never looked like this.
Baby
My edges have never, ever, ever looked like this ever in my life. So I'm so excited.
I can't block this thing we're doing this
Oh my
podcast.
gosh.
Baby, get your edges
Get your
together.
edges together. She took the rat tail comb and she put it in the middle of my forehead to find my part. And I was like, I know what you gotta do.
I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place.
I trust you. So go see her. Get your edges laid like me.
Oh my God, this is great. I might have to go because, like, I love an afro, but I'm just like, you just get sick of doing your hair.
Yes. Yes. And I miss
And
my
I'm like
buzz
not
cut.
a wig girly. So you said I miss my buzz cut.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was talking over you. I apologize. Yes, I miss that buzz cut so bad, but I'm trying. I'm just trying something different. And yeah, wigs can't be done all the time. You can't be gluing everything.
I'm just too hot. Like, I just run too hot for that.
Yeah, we don't have to.
I do love inches. Like, you can't get me inches and ask me to be humble.
That's so real. That's so real.
It's just like there are some things where I'm like, oh, I get it. God was like, babes, your hair is probably never gonna grow past your neck, and I'm like, I get it.
I get it.
I get it. I would have been too powerful.
Yes,
I understand. I understand.
Oh my God.
It's fair. It's my cross to bear, and
Yes.
I will do it to the best of my ability.
When I first stood up out the chair before she trimmed them, they went all the way down to my butt, and I was like, "Oh shoot!
Yes.
Oh my God!"
I just love being a black girl.
Oh.
I would never want to be anything else.
It's so much fun. It's
It's
so
just
much
the
fun.
best. I'm sorry to the rest of you.
Ugh.
Like, I really
Right, I'm
am.
sorry. You can't always be in the bad bitch genre. It's a
It's a
genre.
genre.
Oh my
Not everybody
gosh.
fits on the roster.
Oh, you know who else loves some inches? Those girls at Jay-Z Styles. Let's talk about
Baby.
Mormon wives.
Oh, wait, but the girls, just
Ooh.
like to the weave of it all. What's going on, Jesse? I saw a lot of tracks. I've only do episode 3. I saw a lot of tracks.
I saw a lot of tracks. You know,
I never in my life seen them. Jesse. Well, she was not. We know what's going on.
Jesse's busy.
I'll allow it.
Jesse's busy. She's
I'll
got a
allow
lot
it.
going
I'll
on.
allow
And honestly, I don't know that it's so much Jessie because I feel like she always looks great. Her hair is always laid.
Always.
I feel like
We
it's
see her tracks.
exactly. I think it might just be the other people in the salon who maybe just need to work a little bit more with installation. But like the color, the hair quality seems to be wonderful. If I needed extensions dyed, I would go to them. And Demi would not,
sure.
but I would.
Demi would not recommend,
Right.
but that's fine.
Right. So let's talk about it. So Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is back. As you know, we love mess. We love white mess, especially, and love our reality TV. I guess we should just say that we've watched the first 2 to 3 episodes. So I have not finished episode 3 just yet. Yeah, we've caught up through the first 2 to 3 episodes. So if you have not watched to that point, maybe just pause this podcast and then come back. Stop watching us and go watch the show and then come back.
Go watch the show.
And let's just talk in general then. What has this show taught us about friendship so far? Because I got some takes.
Baby. I said these women definitely seem to hate each other at this point. I was like, oh, they're really friends. Like first season, we're on 3rd season now, right? Like at this point, these women seem to hate each other at best, but understand that preserving mom talk, which like the amount of time, is this gonna ruin mom talk? How will mom talk? Shut the fuck up about mom talk.
It's done.
It's over, okay? But I think, especially the women that are at least really featured in the first 3 episodes, like it's clear that the money is probably better when they are together. And so that is why they are trying to preserve these friendship-like things.
Yes.
I do believe that some of them are really friends. So like I loved how we got to see Michaela and Macy's friendship last year, them being pregnant at the same time this year. That was like my dream. I want to be pregnant with somebody, child.
Yeah.
Like that probably seems really creepy to be like, okay, when are you ovulating? When are you guys going? I would love like our kids are born like, a few months apart. I don't know. I've always wanted that.
That's so real.
I just think that would be really cool. So I love that we're getting to see them pregnant together, and they've probably had their babies at this point. I don't follow these women as a point of self-preservation online.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And only recently started to follow Taylor Frankie Paul because she's going to be the Bachelorette. As I said, I recap the Bachelor episode, so I like to follow the lead while they're filming. Yeah, so they're clearly together to, 1, keep the show together in some ways, and 2, to get money as a kind of like voting block. I also thought it was wild. Another example of them not liking each other. So like I think it was in maybe episode 2, Layla, the only black girl in this group or mixed girl in this group, had a birthday party
Oh,
and literally invited the group's op because he like sent apologized on camera, first of all.
on camera,
Like,
on camera.
I'm like, he can apologize. He didn't have to be invited. And then you didn't even give your girls a heads up.
Right.
Inviting your op to anywhere that your friends are gonna be is an insane thing, even for TV.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not
Yeah. If we're gonna get into that, Chase sucks. He just looks like he sucks. And then I didn't realize that he has his own podcast, and the things that he was saying on his own podcast, I would never. Like,
insane.
absolutely no home training, no values. Saying that Macy got famous because her baby daddy passed away. Like, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? And the thing is, we didn't even know that at first. We didn't
No.
found that out at like the end of season. Like, I don't. Maybe locally she was, but like I don't. Maybe her content focused on it.
Like,
I don't know. But like,
how
ew,
could you say that? How could you say that about
yeah,
somebody? It's
that's
crazy.
so rude.
It's so rude. And so, yeah, I will say that Layla's birthday party was a bit of a turning point for me because I did wonder. Honestly, Layla and what they've been doing with her has been a bit of a like flag in some sort for me as a
Mm-hmm.
viewer because I'm just like, why are you doing stuff that feels really inauthentic? And it does not
Yes,
seem like she really likes them, but yes, they are staying together around each other because of this whole mom talk thing. And at this point, no one is solely following them for that content. They're all following them because of the show. So, like,
right.
why are you doing things, not to go backwards, but like the whole pregnancy roulette? Why the fuck would you ever
Oh
do that? Why would
yes,
you ever do that?
that was insane. And then honestly, for two of them to be pregnant was also insane.
Right, right, right. And like you said,
What?
really cool and really sweet. And honestly, I'd probably be more open to the idea of being pregnant because that is just terrifying to me if my other friends were also pregnant at the same
Yes,
time.
being pregnant by yourself seems terrible.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna lie.
God, it seems
Like it seems really terrible.
oh, it's
I need someone else to be like getting like big and having hormones at my level.
yes.
Like it can't be by myself.
Exactly, exactly. But like for you to just throw out, yeah, let's all just take pregnancy tests after knowing that people have had fertility problems, like there's no way. That had to be a producer thing. There's no way.
Yes. Well, I guess maybe she didn't know that Macy and Michaela were trying to like keep whatever under wraps, but
Mhm.
like it was just a choice.
A negative one. A bad one.
A
A
terrible one.
terrible
Yeah.
one. A
Like, why
terrible
are we
one.
doing that? And even the Marciano of it all, like, why are you we know Marciano wants to be on camera, babes. You're already solidified as a star and
Right.
as a you don't need to do this.
And who is he? Like, no, we don't know. I didn't know Marciano, excuse me, from a can of paint. You have a
Me either. I
whole
didn't watch
ass
Vanderpump Villa.
no, who the fuck is watching Vanderpump Villa? I don't have the time. And he's not
No.
even that good looking, so, like, why are we
Let's clock that
ooh,
T.
let's talk about it.
Okay?
Let's
Like
talk about it.
I'm
Like
this can't be the I mean, I haven't watched maybe there are other I don't know if there are other good looking ones on Vanderpump Villa, but I'm like, in theory, if you wanted a little synergy between the Hulu shows,
mhm.
you could have picked a different one.
Yeah,
Like, why you pick this one? And then all the white people act like they don't know how to say his name, which also that is a
it
microaggression.
is.
Okay, your name is spelled Macy with a Y.
Right.
Respectfully, respectfully, learn if you can do that, then you can say Marciano.
But, the girls can
Okay,
read. The
right.
girls can
See, this
read.
goes back to that, and also I don't know what. Yeah, yeah. I won't talk about people of Utah because I don't know, but
Yeah, but it's also giving sometimes I forget how young this friend group is. Like, Jesse's the oldest, and I'm older than Jesse.
right.
I think sometimes they act you for one, I forget how young they are, and then I forget, like, they started their lives very young, off camera, right? Like, I think Michaela got
Yeah,
married at, like, 18 or something,
insane.
So
Yes,
sometimes when they're around somebody like a Marciano, I'm like, "Oh, obviously, you would think he's hot. You probably haven't been around, like, actual other hot
you ain't been around
people."
nobody.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it's like growing up around that. And I know that Michaela specifically has a very traumatic childhood, so I'm not going to speak on that with any jest at all. But just in general, like to me, first of all, Demi's husband is a fine older man. So what is this?
Very fine.
Very fine, girl. Good job.
Mhm.
Good
Good
job.
job. I think about that a lot. I'm
Okay.
like, "Oh, Brett, you did your big one with that."
Brett's a good looking man. Marciano,
Yes. I'm not blowing up my marriage for Marciano, put it that way,
I am
for
blowing
a
up
clout
a
chaser.
balloon for Marciano. Are you kidding me? Like,
Maybe
please.
maybe nothing,
Maybe
okay?
nothing.
Like,
There is no hot air moving in that man's direction.
nothing. I just don't
And Jesse.
And Jesse. Okay, but here's the thing. The girls keep telling me that I have to keep watching because it not that Jesse gets vindicated for her infidelity, but that it starts to make more sense than it's making now.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay, I'll keep watching. We'll see. Again, if you're listening to this, you either don't care about being spoiled or you like whatever. So Jesse is one of the women. She's married to Jordan. They've been married for a while. I don't know. And Jesse's maybe like 30,
She's
29, 30.
32.
Oh, 32.
Mhm.
Okay. So Jesse and I are the same age. That's great. And she has like several kids, which also
Yeah,
feels crazy.
yeah.
And I guess her and her husband went through a rough patch. Here's where I'm confused. They went through a rough patch and were allegedly separated or took some time apart.
Mhm.
And during that time, and I know separation means different things to different people, but during that time apart, she went and had an emotional affair with Marciano. And also maybe like during her reconciliation with her husband, had an emotional affair and also like kissed, made out with Marciano.
Mhm.
And that is like the bombshell. That's what we get episode 1. It's like the bombshell of the season. Like, Jesse is an adulterer. These are also Mormon women or Mormon adjacent women. So of course,
Yeah.
like, even if they didn't hook up, even if they didn't like have sex, even if it literally was just a make out, like,
Big deal.
it's a huge deal in this community. They do not drink, y'all. So that's
Mhm.
another. Although
They
I
do
feel like Jesse was
ketamine,
like, they
but
do ketamine,
no drinking.
but no drinking,
Mm-mm.
no weed.
No
They
weed.
also will slurp up a 62-ounce soda from Swig, but no drugs,
No
no
drugs.
alcohol,
Straight sugar. High fructose?
no
Yes.
coffee, even actually, which is
No
like
tea.
they're so unmedicated. It's insane. Like no
No
nothing.
nothing. But Botox? Yes. Trazodone?
Botox is
Yes.
totally fine. Yeah,
Xanax?
yeah,
Probably.
probably is fine. Anything medically allowed, yes,
Yeah.
all good.
That high fructose,
And
that red dye number 3, 4, and 6? Yes.
all day long. Wendy's, I know they love their fast food. Apparently, Mormons really love fast food. I don't know what that's
That's
about.
what I've heard.
Um,
Starbies? No. No Starbucks. No
yes.
Starbucks.
Oh yeah, no, because the coffee
Mm-mm.
and caffeine.
Mm-mm.
Maybe the pastries though they could do.
Yeah. They can do a little cake ball,
Yeah,
Doesn't love a cake ball.
I met
A
a
$9
cake
cheese stick.
pop.
$9 string cheese, they can
Oh
get
my
down with
god,
that, but you can't be kissing
$20.
somebody.
No,
No.
so that's like a huge deal the entire time. Jesse moving a little stupid, I will say, in the episodes that we did see. Maybe
Mhm.
this is episode 3, so maybe I shouldn't like spoil it. But like,
You're
was
fine.
it episode 3? I haven't watched past episode 3, so it was at least episode 3. Like the girls going on a little like weekend trip or something,
Mhm.
and Jesse invites Marciano, and I'm like, and at this point, her and Jordan are separated again.
Mhm.
So, and I don't know in present day if they're together. It seems like maybe I don't. It's unclear.
I haven't
They're at
really
least
looked into it.
co-parenting.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it. I think the bigger thing with them is like he just seems so truly embarrassed by the whole thing because he knew about the whole emotional affair and then they kind of put it to rest between them and kept it a secret between them. And then Layla out here digging for dirt, muddling in shit that she doesn't need to talk to Marciano, who again is a camera slut and like wants to have that attention. And then it came out. So then she confronted Jesse about it. So I think that he is just really embarrassed about everyone knowing.
Yep.
And then in the first 2 episodes, you kind of see them go on this campaign and tell everybody else about it because they know it's coming out on the show, which is like Lacey is the new messy one because why would you couldn't have texted her. This is
Right.
your friend. You couldn't have texted her. You had to say it on camera. Like,
And then like you're like, let's get in my car where the GoPros are conveniently already set up. Like there's no cameras in Jesse's car.
exactly.
And so I'm like, you still could have had your mics on and like, and I get it. Like Jesse also obviously agreed to it. And we even see, I want to say at the end of the first episode, he's like, when Jesse calls her husband and is like, look, it's out. She just confronted me on camera.
Yeah.
And her husband is like, if you bring those cameras home, we're done with the
Mm-hmm.
show. Like, like
Like,
babes.
I know
It's
real
crazy.
look, I know reality TV is not real, but in that moment I was like, "Oh no, they set her up." But
Yeah,
yeah,
they set her
that's
up
real.
100. And Layla was a willing participant.
Mhm.
On the one hand, I said someone like as someone who's gone through, of course, like I've been with my husband for 11 years. Like you think we ain't gone through no shit? Again, that could be a fucking 4-part episode of just all the things that you go
Yeah.
through in a relationship and growing with, especially throughout your fucking 20s and growing with someone. Like
Mhm.
So I understand them wanting to keep it between them two.
Yeah.
But I also have a deep appreciation for couples who are comfortable being vulnerable about their trials,
Mhm.
especially on a show like this.
Mhm.
I think I can't speak to Mormonism, but I think in religion in general, especially I grew up in a very Christian household, shame is really central to the most toxic parts of Christianity, at least in my opinion, but
Mhm.
also of religion in general, again, in my experience. And that's really where the trauma shows up. So
Yeah.
I think it does, like you had mentioned, like, oh, I feel like Jordan was more upset that everyone knows and he has to answer to it
Mhm.
than the fact that it even happened.
Yeah.
Like I have a feel like, and I do believe that he was hurt by that it happened and things, but like they know what went on in their relationship before that and what led to that.
Mhm.
I'm a mostly a big believer that, like, especially when you've been together that long, people aren't just like cheating for funsies and to be like messy. Like something else is, it takes two for things to go wrong and right, I guess
Mhm.
is what I'll say. And so I do appreciate the somewhat humanness that we're getting from this moment, but
Mhm.
I hate that it is so shrouded in shame. And I think it's mostly shrouded in shame from the religious
Yeah.
undertones. And I don't even know if they belong. I don't think they even belong to the Mormon church anymore. Jesse and Jordan, I can't remember who's tapped in and who's not. I know Jen is, but I can't remember who else.
I think they're like adjacent. I don't I think that they still have some values, but it seems to be that they're not like that's not their main priority right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And even when you're brought up in it, you still have to, it's a lot of unlearning.
Yeah.
It's a lot of unlearning that religious trauma, and you have to want to unlearn it.
Mhm.
And I just think that is a big part of this that, at least in the first 3 episodes, we haven't gotten into, but I hope they get into it because I think that's the like elephant in the room
Mhm.
that's not being actively addressed.
Yeah, and I think that can be the case with a couple different people, right? Like that's my thing with Taylor. I remember watching the end of last season when I know the episode is the Book of Demi, and it's at I think Demi's birthday party when Demi gets into it with her mom, and the mom immediately stops like listening or even arguing with Demi and just starts crying when Demi is bringing up some very real like grievances with her daughter. And then you see Taylor do that when they're doing the whole talk about like whether or not Demi is going to stay in Mom Talk. And it was like like she is manipulative, and then we've also seen how
Mm-hmm.
Taylor's family like talks to her and tries to push her to be
Hmm.
with Dakota despite their trauma, and there's a ton of shame that comes out in the ways that she acts, or it like underscores the way that she acts in a lot of different situations. And we see that with a lot of people. Like Macy had a lot of shame about her role as a mother, and Michaela had a ton of shame about what happened to her. And yeah, I think that's a really interesting point that like sometimes they do break that fourth wall and talk a little bit more about how they are dealing with that trauma. And I think that's where the show really becomes interesting, when they're talking about that trauma, that unlearning, that healing,
Hmm.
and the salary stuff too. I know you
Yeah,
mentioned that, and
oh my
you know,
God, I loved
ooh,
that. Yes, I
talk
love
about
that at the
it.
beginning. The straight up like, Whitney's not here because she wanted to negotiate XYZ in her contract and they said no. And I'm like, Whitney, let's not be greedy, girl. You
Yeah.
already on Dance with the Stars and you're killing it. And they would have had to negotiate that for season 3 too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because basically when they shot the reunion of, I'd be too into this sometimes, but basically when they shot the reunion for season 2, they had also mostly already shot season 3.
Okay.
And so the contracts, well, Whitney knew she was going, well, maybe she didn't know she was going on Dancing on the Stars, but she knew she was going on a show
Mm-hmm.
because that had been negotiated in her contract.
Mm-hmm.
And so for her to come back and be like, well, I also want like a scripted role, like, I don't know, babes. I heard about the like TikTok mom swinging scandal before this like show happened, but like I didn't know about Taylor Frankie Paul was the only one that I kind of knew about. I didn't know who these women were before. So I'm kind of just like, maybe don't bite the hand that feeds you. Like you're
Mm,
not, most of them are not bigger than the show.
yeah.
I think Taylor's probably one of the only ones that might be bigger than, which is why she is now the Bachelorette on a different network,
Mhm.
arguably. Like well, no, Hulu's also Disney, so never mind.
Yeah.
ABC and Hulu are Disney. But
Yeah.
like the point is, like that's why she's able to do that. That's why she was invited to the CMT or CMA award country, whatever.
Yeah.
I just want us to be realistic
Mhm.
about who we are, and we're, and like, respectfully to me, thinking that she was like, "Oh, I am the star of the show." I'm like,
Okay, but wait. You gonna be mad at me.
oh no, Ashley.
I don't think that Demi is the star. She said that she was the one of the fan favorites, and I agree with that because she was one of
That's
my
true.
favorites. Demi
That's
is a
true.
baddie for one, and
Yes.
she got that fine ass husband for two, and she's the
Yes.
only one who will go toe to toe with Taylor, because Taylor, even though I love Taylor, and yeah, she was the only one that I saw like on TikTok first because she used to make those videos
Mhm.
with the other twins, like joking
Mhm.
that she was their mom or whatever. And I
Mhm.
was like, this is
Mhm.
weird. I like Taylor, but Taylor is to me is the only one who will go toe to toe with Taylor and call her out on her bullshit because Taylor be on some bullshit.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think, like, yes, 100%. Like, Demi is, it feels like she understands that it's a show, and so she's trying to use it to the best of her ability,
Mhm.
which I support. Like, I think that's being a good businesswoman, frankly.
Mhm.
And I do like that she is willing to, her and Whitney too,
Yeah.
willing to call out Taylor when Taylor got all of them fucked up, because it is like, okay, you're not going to bulldoze us just because you're the face
Mhm.
of mom talk.
But I hear what you're saying too. Like, maybe she's not the favorite, but like, I'm also not against them all like saying, "Oh, hey, this show got really sensational and really took off, and like, we want more money." Because
Yes.
I mean, sometimes that happens where like contracts have to be negotiated, people change. Like, if you're not a standout on the show, then you're not a standout on the show. Like, I mean, look at how Andy does the casting over at Bravo. It happens, you
Yeah.
know, it's you can't be mad at her for like wanting to get some more money or wanting to get more money for the show in general.
Yeah, and all these people got 50, 11 kids too. So it's not like, even in Utah, like, I don't know what the cost of living is like there, but like, we know the cost of living is up and expensive across all 50 states. Arguably, we all, not arguably, we definitely all need more money. Well, and I support women getting the bag in
Mhm.
general. And I also support these women getting their bags rightfully, especially since, like, as far as I know, I think one of them had like a baby mama product or something like that.
Macy.
But yeah, but besides that, none of these women have really spun their fame into anything. It's clear that Whitney wants to be in the spotlight in general. It seems like maybe Jen wants that too.
Mhm.
Oh, I want to be on TV and things like that. But for the most part, none of them have spun their fame into anything. No one has a. Oh, I think Macy also maybe had a book.
Macy has a book.
Damn,
Yeah,
is
Macy has a
Macy
book.
the only one doing
What
stuff?
company?
Okay, Macy,
Yes.
businesswoman. Like,
Macy, yeah.
businesswoman? Like, I think it is stupid. I think it's stupid when people go on, like, the Love Islands and Bachelor shows of it all. It is stupid to be on any sort of show and agree to show so much of your life
Mhm.
in 2025. This shit is digital forever,
Mhm.
and not spin it off into your own business ventures that you own, a la Loverboy and
Yep,
Carl and Kyle,
yep.
or into more money while you're on the show. Like the Kardashians. The Kardashians keep filming because they keep getting money. I don't know what season they're in. I
Yeah.
don't know what they're up to. I don't care about keeping up with them any longer. However, I know that they're still on whatever season
Right.
on Hulu now because it makes money and therefore it makes sense for
Mhm.
them. So if it don't make sense for you, then yeah, you shouldn't do it. But we have to be smarter than, like, I'm just gonna be on the show and ask for more money every year. I think it just has to be a little bit more strategic than that.
You're right. I mean, shit, even Kim K has a show. Now it has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, but she's got a
I
show, all
know.
fair
With
in contract
with a
negotiations.
cast like that
Oh
too.
my
That
gosh.
makes me so mad. I haven't watched it because people keep talking bad about it and it makes me not want to watch it. But like, that cast would be so great, like, without her basically.
Tiana Taylor.
Just-
Imma be honest though, I think I might watch it.
I probably will too. Like, that feels like something like, oh, the last 2 weeks of the year where I'm doing no work.
Mhm.
I'll turn it on.
It's mess.
Yeah.
It looks messy, and
It
I
looks
love mess.
messy.
I love messy
And it looks
stuff.
like there's like nice bags and things.
Yes.
So I can dream that way.
Great
Like,
accessory styling. Yeah,
yeah, so
we love
I
that.
could get
We
I
love
could
that.
get something in that
You
way.
know, we have
But yeah.
2 famous, like, super gay and 1 super gay coded character. Like, if there's any possibility that Tiana Taylor is gonna do some, like, Stanley Steeman with Sarah Paulson, then, like, I'm into it, you know? Like,
Every single
get gentle
time.
on that carpet. Like, I'm fine with
Like,
that.
every single time. Like,
Sorry.
Tiana Taylor is no comment.
That's on the
Like,
Patreon.
several there's like several moments where I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm a straight woman. And like, Tiana Taylor's what is it? Fade It? Is it Fade?
Oh,
Kanye West video was one of, I mean, that was a lot later in life, but that's one of them. I'm like, oh, are
yeah,
you
there's just
kidding
no.
me? And now she's with Aaron Pierre, and I can't even look at them.
I know.
I just
Fine
see
ass
all
cats.
it's
There's
not fair.
mm.
It's not fair.
They look like 2 personifications of those black ass, like, statues that every grandma used to have, like the panther
Yes.
statue. Like, they
Yes,
look
they
like those come to life.
do.
They're
Yeah,
just
they
sexy
do.
cats. Like, oh my
So
gosh.
hot. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Ugh, gosh. I know we gotta keep going. Like, I just feel You kind of alluded to it, but we're not getting the full story with the Jesse and Jordan thing. I feel like we're not getting the full story with, honestly, Demi and Jesse and the breakdown of their friendship.
Mhm.
And something's going on with Layla, and I guess I'll just have to keep watching to understand what's happening with her because I'm getting a little
Yeah.
annoyed by her.
I think we'll finally get, like, some talk about, like, her race. I think
Mm.
they named season 1, like, "Oh, I'm black, and
Mhm.
it's very white." But we've gotten nothing since, and I'm like, "Listen, even if all your friends are white, even if you only date white men, like,
Mhm.
there is something there, and we
Yeah.
want." Also, you're I don't know what her kids look like, and I don't like talking about, "Oh, what color are they gonna be?" Like, I don't love that. You know, in theory, a mixed child, like, you know, your kids are not full white, or your kids might not, like, quote, "look white," and
Mhm.
so you're still in this white community. Like, I just want to hear so much more from her.
Yeah.
And honestly, you talk about growing platforms outside the show. I think she could really lean into, like, not even lean
Yeah.
into her blackness, but just lean into that experience. I mean, I grew up like Layla, just not Mormon. So I
Mhm.
would love, like, I could relate to a lot of probably what she would say
Mhm.
if she would just say it. There seems like the proximity to whiteness makes her feel safest. And
Yeah.
so I'm very I know she gets into it later in the season. I'm very interested in her talking about it. And also, like, I would just love for her to get, like, a black friend.
Just well,
Just like
she's been
one.
bringing someone around who looks,
Yes.
again, not to be
Like
like,
like a woman of color. Yes, that's true.
yeah, right, right, and not to be like, "Oh, you look like," I mean, there was, Black Ariana Grande did exist, so we can't just,
It's
guess,
crazy to
but
see her now.
I know. Things have changed for good.
For
Things have
good, which is
changed.
actually a great segue.
Oh, that is such a good segue. Oh my god, let's hold space for the second part of
For
Wicked.
the second part of Wicked, I'm
Mm,
so excited. Oh my god.
I know you are amped. You loved the
I
first one.
Wicked was my favorite musical before,
Wow.
like, yeah, it was my favorite musical, like, growing up, whenever it came out, like,
Mhm,
and I'm trying to think when I actually saw it, like, obviously not on Broadway, but, like, when I actually saw it, maybe high school, that sounds right. And then my high school didn't do Wicked, but I was in show choir, and my show choir did,
oh,
like,
beautiful.
Wicked songs. So, like, yeah, I've been a Wicked fan at least since high school, like 14, 15 years old. And so to be able to see the movie last year and just like, and then for Elphaba to be, I think I talked about, maybe I was talking about this,
Yeah, we talked about it, yep, yep.
like, in, like, a group, and I was like, just the way, like, I didn't think much of like, Cynthia Erivo being Elphaba until I was literally watching it. I was like, "Oh,
Mhm,
the book," which I've also read, and the book's a lot darker, first of all, but,
that's
like,
what I hear.
there's always yeah, it's very dark. The book and the musical always had these undertones of, like, othering and, like, good versus bad, obviously Wicked versus not,
Mhm,
but something about, yes, she's green still. Elphaba's obviously still green and Wicked, but something about her being a black woman playing Elphaba, like, gave it just, and in the political climate we were in, the election had just happened.
mhm.
It was incredible. It was incredible. I'm excited. We got our tickets next weekend. I'm
Wow.
excited to go see it. Yes. Oh my, I don't play.
Oh, wait,
Like,
it's
I'm
next week? Oh, shoot, that
yeah,
slipped on
it comes
me.
out. So this will maybe Wicked will be out likely by the time you all are listening to this. And yeah, I'm just very excited for it, but also in the theme of friendships, I think it's been really fun to watch Cynthia and Ariana's friendship grow. It seems legitimate. I feel like they
Mhm.
got matching tattoos. I feel like I saw that last
Yes,
week
they
or 2 weeks
did,
ago.
they did.
Like,
And they got those, like, before I think when they were filming the first one. Yeah,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you're right.
yeah. Maybe? I
Um
don't know. It looked like
They
it.
got in the last year, child. It's
Yeah.
like they got in the last year. So that's been awesome to see. And then obviously, like, all their weird press for the first
Oh my
film was
gosh.
just very like they're weirdos. I mean, they're
They
weirdos.
are.
There's no nice way to say it.
There is
Just like
nothing.
weird, like the like pinky holding and
Holding
like
space.
that's like it's just so what are you guys doing? Like, but it's cute. I've loved seeing it. And like at the I don't know which premiere it was. It was somebody's premiere this week or maybe last week. Some fan like rushed the red carpet.
Yes.
Also, please stop being weird. And Cynthia ran up on Ari faster than the
Mhm.
damn bodyguards.
Mhm.
Okay, I was like, oh, you love her
Yep.
down. Like, this is a real friendship.
Yep.
You not going to touch my girl. So that's been really fun to see because, as we know, I believe that your coworkers aren't necessarily your friends. I mean,
Mhm.
for all intents and purposes, these motherfuckers was coworkers,
Yeah.
and they became friends, and I think that's really awesome to see. And it
Yeah.
only just adds to the authenticness of them on screen because I think for people who actually, I almost think the movie, I don't hope the musical purists don't come for me, but I almost think the movie does it better
Mm.
to show that like they were legitimately friends. Now we're
Yeah.
gonna see part two and feel very differently, I know. but um but yeah, I think it just they were legit, and maybe it's also the parasocial surrounding the movie that brings it home. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
they're friends in real life, they're friends on screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been great to see the opposite friendship within the piece, the
Mhm.
movie, and also the real friendship flourish off the big screen.
I agree.
Um,
I agree. And I at first it was really weird. Like it was a little like, okay, what is going on? And then they I think when the promo first started for the initial movie, they were both so thin. And I don't like to talk about people's bodies because that's really rude.
yeah,
But it was jarring.
it was
You
jarring.
know, and neither of these women were like just very shapely women to begin with, but I think it
Yeah.
just looked noticeable that they had you could noticeably tell. You know what I'm trying to say. There was a lot of weight
Yes.
loss,
Yes.
and because I mean Cynthia doesn't have any eyebrows, so like you are gonna notice that
No.
shit, you know.
Yes.
But
You the bone structure is
the
there,
bone
but no
structure,
hair is, and so it's like, baby, this really your skull. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a bone. It's a little
sorry.
scary if we're being
It
honest.
is. It is. I see why they put her on the posters. Like, you know, you can't just be popping up on people with your whole skull just out here, no
Out here.
eyebrows. Like, we just see your skeleton. Like, oh my gosh. Watch her be like, oh, surprise, my next role is like Rufus in the Kim Possible like remake or something.
I'm actually in Naked Mole right
Like,
now.
it's, you know. Oh my gosh,
Tracks.
but it was a lot to take in at first because it didn't feel very authentic. But yeah, seeing how much the roles really mean to both of them, and seeing that they've been it appears, right, or maybe they are just such great actresses that this is what they've been able to or push out to us. But it appears that this project means a lot, and they've leaned into that, and they recognize that within each other, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna go for it full throttle. That was the most moving thing to me about the movie was their interaction and their relationship,
Mm.
seeing that come to light, and seeing, like, I remember watching the video of Ariana Grande getting the call that she actually booked the role, and her just crying, and then seeing her perform in the role, and when they're doing Defying Gravity and you see the look that they're giving, like, it's almost like, bitch, this is it, this is that moment, this is what we waited for, like, here we
Yes.
go, like, that drew me in. So I am really excited to see what the second half is. I also forgot what the second half of the musical is really about, to be honest.
It's awful.
So yeah, that's what I hear. So
It's mostly awful. And that's another thing I love about the musicals becoming movies. And again, I think the music I've loved musicals for most of my life because
mhm.
we had a very active musical program at like my elementary school and junior high.
Come on,
And so
Glee.
I've just always I know very okay. We was Glee before Glee was even popping. That's crazy.
Wow.
Shout out to Miss Ridley.
Hey.
Like, it was amazing. I know that lots of like kind of purist musical fans don't feel this way. People are like, well, musicals aren't meant to be on screen.
hmm
But I love how we've been able to see like worlds come to life. And we've seen it multiple ways, right? Like we had like Mean Girls the musical after the movie, and like I think that was cool. And then we're seeing Wicked in a similar way. But then you also have Hamilton, which was literally just the filmed version
Mm,
of from different angles of the Broadway musical. Like I think it's cool that we've been able to see, and even like Les Miserables
yeah.
from that was from years
Yeah.
ago, almost a decade ago.
Yeah.
Like it's just been cool to see, for me to see musicals that I mean I grew up in Indiana. It's not like I got to go see musicals that often. It's cool to see them become basically more accessible to
Yeah.
everyone. That was like a huge tangent
No, it's
to say how terrible part two is from like a just like storytelling perspective. This guy, he's like, oh, I didn't know about Wicked until I watched the movie and I love the movie, so it made me want to go see the musical. Well, in the musical, you get act one and two at the same
right.
time after
Right.
an admission. And he was so excited. He's like checking in after act one, so great, love Defying Gravity. And then after act two, he was like, you raggedy bitches. Like he was so upset. And I was like, no one warned him.
Oh
He didn't
God.
know. He didn't know. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's called Wicked, babes. It's not
Yeah.
even the Wicked Witch. I do like that they gave us that at the beginning, like the Wicked Witch is dead in part one. So it's just like you know you're not going
Yeah.
into something great, ideally, even if you haven't seen the musical or
Yeah.
haven't seen it in a while. But it's still sure to be fantastic, and I'm just so excited. I'm gonna need to hold space all weekend next
Hold
weekend
all the
for
space. Hold all the
for Cynthia
space.
Erivo, and Ariana singing For Good. So dramatic. When
Oh,
I
yeah.
left my job, I'm all over the place, job. When I
Go
quit my
for it.
job in 2024, the song that I kept playing kept playing like that week after quitting
No.
was For Good
No.
because it's because as much as those people had me fucked up, I really have been changed for good because of
Uh,
that workplace. And that is the only comment I will ever give them live on this motherfucking mic. Everything else will probably be negative or on the Patreon.
oh my
But
gosh.
because I knew those people in that time in my life, I really am changed for a lot of what I can do now is because a lot of the fuckery prepared me to do it
That's
now.
ooh, mm,
So yeah, I listened to that song like I'm
mm,
so fucking dramatic.
mm. And here I am just dancing around to Popular, like, nothing comes to
I'm
you. Yeah,
so
I'm just so
dramatic.
like,
It takes all types. You are more Glinda of it all, so
I
that
just,
tracks, you know?
when she said, right, I was like, that's me. I was like, yay. I'm so extra. I love it. I love it.
I do too.
I love how they've done these characters. This should almost be like a special part two of this episode. Oh my
Mhm.
god, part two, good home training, real good. I love it. I love it. It's just so like to see how it's all come together. It's they I don't know, like they make me excited, and even if it is gonna suck and like make me mad, I think I am still kind of on board for it. I will say the first I had some notes about the first movie. I thought some of the effects and the coloring of it was a little muddled, and I know a lot of people really loved like Jonathan Bailey, and they loved the dancing through life scene. To me, it was too much. I think
Too
it
long.
was way too long, and all the
Yeah.
moving set pieces, they were cool at first, but it was just too much. Like I kept losing myself and getting like disoriented in the actual scene because there was so much happening.
Right.
And I wanted to try to watch like, can Ariana actually dance? And she's not a bad dancer. Like, can she actually dance? Like, who's dancing here? Oh, I recognized like a bunch of famous dancers that I actually do follow in the scene. There was just too much happening.
Mm,
And there were some other scenes that were too, in my opinion, too dark, and there wasn't enough definition. So like I had some notes
mhm.
about that, but John M. Chu, the director, has talked about like how he took a little bit more creative license with the second act,
With part 2,
with part
yeah.
two. Thank you. And I'm interested to see what he does with that and kind of how
Mm.
he changes it. I mean, he did the Step Up movies, so I was
Oh, I always
surprised.
forget that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it's not like necessarily his claim to fame,
Yeah,
like, but yeah.
but he's good. I was surprised because he's good with like big sweeping set pieces. So
Yes.
I,
He's a great, like, 30,000 foot
yeah,
level kinda guy.
yeah. So I just don't know how it's gonna come together. Like I hope the storytelling is still there, and then I also hope the actual cinematic experience of it is really great too.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I wonder if it's because it's like a bit of a fictional land that it's a little. I don't want to say he's never done a fictional land, but when I think about like how Crazy Rich Asians was set up and how like just I keep thinking about the wedding scene for some reason, like how I'm like, oh, he thought about camera angles, how and there are parts, especially when like the sky is really involved or the like massive like shots of Oz or whatever. I'm like, but then when we're in the Emerald City, it's great, it's tight, it's right. So
Yeah,
I wonder if it's that a little bit, like the whimsicalness of it all.
yeah.
And even like Munchkin Land at the beginning, like, okay, it's tight, it's right. But then when it's
When it
a
zooms
little
out.
bigger and blown out, it's like, okay, we're losing it a little bit here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll be curious to see what that looks like. And just I mean, the cinematic difference from like seeing a 3D play from like the balcony is just like totally different.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, it's cool. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how it all goes. I hope that that weird ass guy who keeps jumping and like grabbing celebrities like needs to be gone with. Like burn him at the stake.
detained.
Um,
Detained. Yeah.
just enough. Like what are you doing? That
It's weird.
poor Ariana. I mean, and the girl has PTSD. Like and is visibly shaken. So like I don't blame Cynthia for jumping into that moment. I guess not to
We
go back
don't
on the
know these
conversation.
people.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. Like we don't know. I get that like social media makes us feel like we know, but we don't know these people.
No, that's like
These
his
parasocial
shtick. Have you
relationships.
seen? That's
Yeah.
like his thing, like his claim to
I didn't
fame.
realize it was the same person at first. And then I think there was like a compilation like on Instagram or something. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so you do this.
Mhm. Like, you ain't got no job.
Why are we even letting him? I mean, I get anyone can kind of line up for these things, but I'm like, why?
We haven't
Like, you know, you can
recognized
be on
him.
like a yeah, like you know, you can have like a do not fly list, like a do not attend red
Right.
carpets list. Like, get him off it.
Because he don't know how to act. He has
He
no
don't
home
know good home
training.
training.
No home
Yes,
training. You don't know
none.
how to act in public, grabbing people. You can get shot. You do that to the wrong celebrity, like, you will get tackled, you will get hurt. What the fuck is wrong
Gone,
with you?
gone. You
Oh,
think Beyonce's people playing like that? You know
okay,
them reflexes.
okay.
It always comes back to
It
Beyonce
always move, Julius.
somehow.
Where's Julius? Every time. Oh my gosh. Well, it's been a joy as always. That is all for today. We will be back soon, but until then, when you go out into the world, don't grab celebrities. Remember who you are. Remember where the hell you came from. And remember your good home training. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.